Where do you turn when you need a new Mackinac Island ferry boat? Shepler's Mackinac Island Ferry hired another northern Michigan company to do the job, Moran Iron Works. We're exploring the historic partnership in part one of our special report on the making of the Miss Margy.
The economic impact is the full $3.8 million. Instead of even a portion of that going outside this community, it's all staying right here.
A moment decades in the making. The next Mackinac Island ferry will be more than a boat. The Miss Margy brings together two northern Michigan family businesses on a mission. Shepler's Mackinac Island Ferry.
I felt that the ferry ride to and from the island is part of that experience.
And Moran Iron Works.
Part of it is having your head aligned with your heart. And that happens here. I like doing things. I like being creative. I like solving problems and being of value for my clients.
A partnership that means when these piles of raw aluminum become the Miss Margy cruising around the Straits of Mackinac, it will be the culmination of hard work and a vision born in northern Michigan.
My dad had a license, full captain's license, which means he could take any ship on the Great Lakes and connecting tributaries and the length or any tonnage and be the captain. It was quite a license, and he didn't get it by going to school. He got it on the job training, which was tough.
Bill Shepler's father worked on the water, captain of private yachts and coal-carrying freighters. When World War II ended, he saw the pent-up demand to visit Mackinac Island and started running a speedboat service from Mackinac City.
A couple years later, Herb Feiffelman on the island had a 30-foot hacker. He sold out, and my dad bought the boat. So I got my license. So Dad and I are driving charter boats at night.
By 1950, the father and son team upgraded to cabin cruisers. The first christened the Miss Margy after Captain Shepler's wife, Margaret. The Shepler family business was thriving, on its way to the service you see today.
And then from there, we had to make a jump. Things were starting to happen for our company, and we made a jump with the motor vessel Welcome, built in '69, Felicity, '72, the Hope, '76, '78, the Wyandotte, which is what we're standing on now, and then the Captain Shepler in the early '80s. So fleet of 5, and then we have one freight boat.
But these days, the fleet struggles to keep up with demand.
We have difficulties with the 9, 10, 11, and 12 departures. So we need to put every boat that we have into service, and we do. Our lighthouse cruise venue has grown, so now we have to use a boat for that. So it gets to the point now is that you got to start nickel and diming people to be able to do everything, and it's not fair to the customer.
There were a lot of tough discussions about, are we going to go ahead and put ourselves out there at $3.8 million when maybe we should wait one more year, and it came to the point where we need to do this and we need to do it now.
And when they had to decide where to begin the next era for their company, Shepler's knew where to turn.
We say it was founded in 1978, that's the year I graduated, but I worked part-time out of a garage and worked for my father in the lumbering business.
Moran Iron Works in Onaway is the result of Tom Moran's passion for working with his hands, discovering welding at a young age.
I convinced my high school shop teacher, who was a fantastic woodworker, a craftsman, asked him if I could use the metalworking equipment, and he let me, as long as you do something I could grade you on. So I started off welding desks and chairs from study hall in high school.
A welding business that graduated from a rented building to an ironworks in a massive complex built on a dairy pasture. Inside, a crew of 130 workers. Moran's earned a certain reputation.
When you tackle something like that for millions of dollars, almost $4 million, that's a big gamble when you start from scratch and you want a ferry that you can twist the key and head to Mackinac Island for decades, you know, not just a couple of years. So for us, it's a huge thing.
Construction of the Miss Margy is right on schedule in part 2 tonight at 11. An inside look at the work it takes to get her out of the shop and into the water.